Don't let the auto configurator tune your car anymore. Auto configurator is killing your races. 100% guaranteed. You'd be better off going to the mod shop, configuring your car for the PI, and going back to the race. 100% every time. All right, welcome to Solar Crown. This is my garage here with a couple of fleet of cars I've got. And we're going to be tuning a couple of them, or one of them. I'm not really sure. Maybe this Mustang. It's probably the latest one I bought. This game can be a little difficult when you're talking about tuning cars versus the AI, learning how to like deal with how aggressive the AI can be. So we're gonna go over it. This detail here. I might take the Corvette out. It's one of my favorite ones here. Go ahead and jump into this guy. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're gonna be talking about tuning your gear ratio. We're gonna be talking about tuning your suspension. We're gonna be talking about your driving style. Everybody's driving style is a little bit different, so you gotta have to figure out how you like to drive and tune your car that way. My car is tuned, basically throw it inside of a corner and smash on the brake without locking them up. See, I can smash on those brakes and I didn't lock them up at all. So that's what we're going to be going over. Starting to tune the G-Class Porsche Taycan. Now what you want to focus on, and what I'm trying to show you here, is that you want to get your gear ratio in the right place for your style of driving. So I'm going to be messing with the gear ratios as far as acceleration. And as you can see here, I'm putting it in first. I'm redlining, okay, launching. And I'm launching about 7,000 to 8,000, and it's taking me multiple seconds to get up to that 12 to 30 ratios out. Things aren't launching. Okay, yeah, see, I'm launching way too low. See how long it's taking these RPMs to get up? I don't like that. That's not what you're going to want. So let's go back into the setup. Click into your custom tune. Go to your speed customization. I'm going to change the overall final gear ratio. Now I'm going to return the first and second gear ratio to normal, and we're going to restart. Basically, wipe it slate clean, restart from factory. Let's see, or not factory, but from middle ground. All right, now let's see. I'm going to position for the launch. I'm going to red it. I'm revving the engine right here. You can't really hear, but that's basically what's going on. Going up. See how much faster these RPMs are going? Much faster. And then going into second gear, I didn't like the way it lagged in second gear. So what we're going to do is increase the acceleration for second gear. All right, got to slow down, got to basically redo the launch parameters because we're wanting to test the launch. Make sure we can get enough acceleration out of the corners. All right, get a nice little pull. See how much better those RPM ranges are going? So we're going to keep going through. The braking. Okay, now we're going to start moving into braking. So I think I changed the braking parameters on that one. Let's go back through. And now I'm about to start hitting some corners. Now that I got my gear ratio close to where I want it, I'm going to hit a couple of corners. Go back into, yep, see, and then I just changed it to soft braking because I keep locking up my brakes. I'm heavy foot on the brakes. I like to slam them down. I'm not one to throttle the brakes. I'm basically going to give it all the brakes. All right, see that corner? Yep, see, watching the tire marks. I'm basically throwing it into corners. I'm hitting the brake, and I'm trying to see how much brake locks, how much tire slippage that we have. If your brakes lock up, you're not going to slow down properly in this game. So you want to adjust your brake pressures to make sure you're not locking your brakes up. Brakes, cutting, weight suspension. All right, go back in. We're going to adjust the stability to balanced. The way it was throwing the weight back and forth, I didn't like it. And you can see that in the way the car was just constantly throwing itself. Now we are a little bit more stable in the suspension area. So I like the way that performs a little better. Coming up on these corners, I got my brake set the way I want it. got my suspension set, and I got my gear ratio set. 1, 2, and 3. You just got to know, and every car is different on how it's going to react to these changes. So make sure you test them all out. Make sure you give it a good, trial. Hit these turns, get some speed, all that kind of stuff, and make sure the car is really behaving like you like it to behave, because every racer is a little different. Same with your downforce, you have to play with it. If you look here on the side, the numbers will show you if you're going in the right direction. See they turn red? That means your numbers are getting worse, and then they go green on the other direction. So kind of lets you know which way to go. Take it for a little test drive. If your car is not pulling through the gears like this one is, see how it's pulling all the way through? That way I can shift it, and it's doing it in a fast manner. If you notice your gears are taking a really long time to get up to the shift point, that means your gears are too tall or too high. You need to adjust your gear ratio lower. That way it's easier for your car to push you through those gears. Let's see. All right, I think that's pretty much the end of that clip. This car is basically behaving a lot better than it was before. So now I'm going to take you into what you can do once you get that tune set up. So let's see, we're going to go into this race here. Let's see. Show you that what I got there. Open this up for you a little bit. Basically, it's the same tune, what I was trying to show you. But it's a different class. So this is the Audi TT D class. So I took that knowledge that I just taught you in the G class, the Grand Touring class, and applied it to this D class Audi TT. And you can do that, and that's what you need to do throughout all the classes, is you need to kind of learn how to get the right gear ratio, the right tuning, and the right suspension for the way you like to drive. Now, as you can see here, this race, I'm going to place top 10 of the world. And it's all to do with the way I tune the suspension, the way I'm able to control the car exactly like I want to control it. 5. So I'm going to fast forward you through here. And once we get past that first lap, as you can see on the mini map, the other drivers are not even a question for us. Like, they are 2 turns behind. We're going to go ahead and get you through this race. Go ahead and get you through this race. All right, see, I finished with the time of 2:30:37. No question from the AI, because the tune on the car was right. Don't let the auto configurator tune your car anymore. Auto configurator is killing your races. 100% guaranteed. You'd be better off going to the mod shop, configuring your car for the PI, and going back to the race. 100% every time. Here, I'm going to take you to the leaderboard, and I'm going to show you that run with the 2 minutes, 37 milliseconds. Got 8th in the world on the online global leaderboard. And I had so many mistakes. Guys, you can do this. You can win these races. All right. Appreciate you guys for checking it all out. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great time. And throw a like and subscribe.